So my name is Summer Shavender, and I just got done reading Chapter 10 about effective and creative language in public speaking and how this can be beneficial and how this can backfire on your overall speech. So this can really help build a strong and creative speech with the language you use, also with your eye contact, your hand gestures, your poise, the way that you deliver it is also really, really important. But there are ways that it can backfire other than strengthening your speech. And this could be by not researching your audience, not thinking about the audience as a whole, and not realizing that one thing that you might say can be offensive to different cultures and different people because of maybe their religion or how they were raised or where they're from. Something that I really did read in one of my classes taught about hand gestures. So how some hand gestures we use are interpreted different here than they are in many places like Russia, China, places that are a lot different from us in different language. And especially in a lot of my healthcare classes, I've learned that you need to be really aware of other cultures because sometimes you may not even know and you may offend them without meaning to do so. So this is one way that it can backfire. You need to really prepare for your speech and prepare for your audience and make sure that you're not being biased towards them or you're not giving a hate speech, kind of like we talked about in Chapter 3. All of this comes into play in everything previously that we've talked about to help you give the perfect speech and not offend anybody in your audience because you can feel and sense your audience, and you don't want to make your audience feel awkward and feel like they don't belong there and make them feel like your speech is targeting them. That's never what you want. You want to be very positive, and I feel like it helps being positive because if you accidentally say something that might be a little offensive but you don't realize that, then saying it positively can maybe help them understand that you didn't mean that and you weren't sure what you were saying. But always use the right language and be positive and your hand gestures, things like I said earlier. Just that's one of the main important things is to make sure that you do study and you do plan properly and you want to make sure that you are saying what needs to be said and you're not saying anything that is offensive because it can take a toll on your speech. Other than building it up really strongly, your language can also tear it down. So make sure that you're using the proper language to help better your speech and not destroy it. And that's all I have for Chapter 10, and I can't wait to see what you guys say. But other than that, I found a lot of very, very important information in this chapter. And also Chapter 3 honestly had a lot that went along with this, like being positive, which is something that I did talk about a lot. So I hope that you guys also found some interesting things in yours.